Are they getting a new one or are they getting the same one?
They're getting the same one, so it has everybody's fingerprints on it, everybody's...
But we kept the thing on it, so it's fine.
Yeah!
It's like a condom. Plastic.
Well, that's the word
okay.
choice I would
It's literally a pod. I don't see how.
It saves your virginity, like a couple of years.
I guess.
Hopefully. I don't know.
Let's move on from that.
They're trying to, every time he says one word.
On a completely unrelated note,
Yes.
a couple of us, the four of us,
Yes.
and I think OD are going out for lunch on Thursday.
Yep.
We need a recommendation. A cheap, reasonable price place in
Where you
Stockholm.
can get normal food, but also normal lunch food, like sandwiches.
Not sandwiches. I
Not
think
sandwiches.
it's consensus on this couch at least.
Yeah.
Like 70 to 130 Swedish crowns.
Okay, for me, lunch is never warm food.
What?
Lunch is never warm food.
What? Lunch is definitely
What?
food.
What are you saying?
Oh my god.
Where are you from?
Netherlands.
The moon?
Lunch is not warm food. It's just what it is.
Literally.
Why not?
Because dinner is warm food.
Lunch is kind of dinner. It's halfway to dinner.
I think
That's the way it works in the Netherlands, anyways. Like
It's a wild
things
place.
with bread is lunch, generally.
Pizza?
No, you can eat it for
Pizza's
lunch, but it's
warm.
not actually
Bread?
lunch.
you can
It's
eat
warm,
pizza
though.
cold. Maybe they just call
Cheever
pizza
goes
for
to the
lunch.
restaurant. I want a pizza, but blast it with cold air first.
It's for lunch, right?
We wouldn't eat pizza for lunch generally. We're halfway to the draft. Okay, we didn't see it before, guys, because things, but we are in the draft, so.
Nice.
We had someone who can blast it with cold.
We have a Doom, not even first pick. What's going on with this world?
We have Team Red and Team Blue.
That's true. I think
Team Ice and Team
which you prefer.
Hell.
I kind of like Team Red here.
I like Ice. I like the blue ones.
Actually, do you guys have a chance to talk about the Doom nerfs? What do you guys think about it?
Not really
Yeah.
nerfs.
What are you talking about? The
Doom
3
changes.
HP regen change?
No, in the really recent patch, like
Yeah.
The Aghanims and the...
The Aghanim's one was kind of interesting.
yeah.
No,
That's good.
Yeah.
But I think... Why did they even buff Scorched Earth in the first place? Doesn't make any sense.
They
Give
want
him
Doom to be
stronger
picked.
laning,
Nobody picked
but
Doom.
not that
It's
strong
not,
now.
it's not a very super entertaining hero. It's like... Boom.
But like, all heroes in Dota don't have to be entertaining.
No,
around
of
there.
course not, but...
Yeah, they do.
He used to be played a lot.
No.
I used to be played a lot.
I
Like,
think
you remember back in the days? Like, 1 year ago maybe?
He's entertaining because he could eat the wolf creeps.
He was like
And they give you
Monomaniac,
crits.
Team Coast.
I remember.
Yeah. Played a lot.
You did, yeah.
He did.
Even Chinese teams.
Okay, so we already have got 4 bans in, we got 2 picks in. What do you think is going to be the most significant difference from previous game compared to from this game
They
compared
have
to previous
Queen of
game?
Pain, a hero that can blink towards enemies and kill them.
I think Vega has a lot more balanced draft already. Like,
Good magical, good control.
they're very open so far. That's good. Like last game they were kind of done in the draft at this point. It was like, are you gonna do this?
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of like Queen of Pain Undying dual lanes as well, which could be an option for Vega. They could send Queen of Pain mid, solo safe lane. There's quite a lot you can do.
This could be a Venno NiP game.
Veno AA is probably one of the most disgusting
He's
things.
very good against Earthshaker and Doom.
And they played Venom Nature's Prophet AA yesterday and they won, so looking to maybe get a 2-0 here. We did say they need those points. They can't really afford to lose anything and no room for errors.
Well,
We
they-
saw previous game that they made sure that there was indeed no room for that. And this game, looking to repeat their results. Vega has a bit of leeway, I guess. And there's an Nature's Prophet.
I think they're gonna go for the exact same strat.
Let's see what else they had.
Did you guys?
Weaver and
Weaver indeed.
You didn't actually watch the
Shadowfiend, right?
NiP versus.
It was on at the same
It
time.
was
but
on at the
we-
same time as us.
I was
so-
wondering if towards later the game if Sprout got leveled up.
Oh, I don't know
Because
that.
we now see Kofi being maxed out very commonly on AA, given the addition to the cast range.
Mhm.
It's very good with Tusk.
Set up
Shards,
shards, yeah.
It would be good with Sprout as well, if you could
both.
cast it earlier, yeah.
No, we saw No Tusk and the Winter Wyvern and the Weaver and the Venom were picked up for Ninja Pajamas. That was their lineup yesterday that they won with.
I'd like to see a Beastmaster actually from Vega Squadron. I think it's pretty amazing against Nature's Prophet, catching him out.
Cut them trees.
Yeah.
Speaking of trees, any chance of a limp Wind Ranger mid? A cheesy combo Sprout into
It
Shadow
could
Shot.
be, but I think the Venom is more likely, and I think Vegas anticipating it and getting like a Rubik could be really good to counter.
I don't think your anthem is very enthusiastic. It's
majestic.
Doesn't
I
really
guess-
sound.
It
It
doesn't
sounds
sound
better in
happy.
reality.
In person, yeah.
This is kind of like a ring phone anthem.
Yeah, it actually is.
You need that oomph.
The bass.
Yeah, if you listen to it longer, it probably is better. But just to start over and over and over again, gotta say, not my favorite.
That's some flames, man.
Witch Doctor, yeah?
Nobody flaming your national anthem.
No, it's not amazing either, so don't worry. We actually mentioned that we're German and that we have a Hispanic king, so there's all that.
Okay.
Rather than just talking
We
about our
just like
culture.
off English people, really.
In your anthem.
Talk
Pretty
about them
solid.
attacking us and stuff.
So not gonna lie, a small heal over time would have been the last thing on my mind against
That's
AA.
what I was like. Witch Doctor? It's good against.
I was like, okay, they've no real kind of
Spectre.
Oh, okay.
Global time. Zeus mid?
Zeus, let's go.
Zeus mid?
God, that's
Could be
actually
good.
quite
Yeah,
good.
it really good. Could be really good.
Or even something like a Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
No, they need a mid hero, right?
Well, they could put Nature's Prophet mid, it's fine. They could put Spectre and AA mid, it's fine.
I think Zeus could work actually. I like it.
Work. Then they ban out Venom instead.
I like it a lot.
The Venom makes sense though, because you just Poison Nova,
Yeah.
wait a bit, and then Spectre ulti on top of that.
But if they wanted the Venom, they could have picked it instead of Spectre.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there was nothing stopping them.
I think this is when you go duel with Doom. You know, you just put pressure on the Spectre early game and completely shut
Like a
down.
Lich or.
No, it's banned. Maybe like you could even do someone like Ogre or
I
someone
would
like
say
that.
Witch Doctor and Doom is a decent pressure lane.
True.
Just give all the Voodoo heal plus Scorch Earth, just run in. I got lots of heal where you're at.
So Mag, Doom,
5 seconds remaining.
Hush
They could run Doom.
What about Silencer
safe
kill
lane.
here?
to stop
Or
the
You see the
combo.
hunt coming,
Yeah, okay.
boom, and then you take a fight. Maybe the team really lacks like a good initiator though.
On Vega?
Yeah, like Queen could sort of initiate, Doom kind of can. Like, you don't have somebody that go in and just
Shaker.
start the party, you know?
That's somehow I think win range.
Shaker
gonna
to me
be-
is like a counter initiator.
It's gonna be hard for Earthshaker to initiate if Spectre haunts
Yeah, that's
with
true.
Radiance.
What about some like Centaur and just completely go?
I think
Oh,
they want
Centaur,
something
yeah.
semi-carry or carry-like.
I'm with the Centaur idea. I like that quite a bit.
Just put the pressure on them so much early game.
What about Slaughter? Oh, it's banned.
He is banned indeed.
With the
10
Invoker,
seconds
boys.
remaining.
yeah, I'm
Well,
there.
they have to pick. It's
like-
Luna. Nobody saw it coming.
Team pick.
You have some extra push. It's kind of squishy though. But if someone teleports in, they just profit.
I guess
they'll
Ninjas in
die.
Pajamas drafts kind of needs time. You know, Spectre needs
Yeah.
you know like 20 odd minutes to get the ratings if she has a very good time. So Luna's definitely going to put the pressure on your towers early game.
If you're looking for early pressure hero, is there a better one? Because I feel like at least Luna's ultimate is going to get someone
Juggernaut.
negated by
10
Treants,
seconds
by
remaining.
Haunt.
Yeah,
So, yeah, maybe Juggernaut would be a better pick. Of course, the healing ward is not that great against
Yeah.
AA, but
It's not that bad either.
yeah, I'm not sold on this Luna pick.
Because you need to
honestly.
hit the AL tempo.
And
for it
Luna
to
is,
work.
is fairly squishy, so if you still want to go for a Zeus, then she would actually
just melt.
melt.
I
Yeah,
think that is very viable here, actually.
the Zeus still.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna melt them.
Not exactly a global hero, but something that often is paired. Okay.
There it is.
I was gonna make a case for Limp's Puck.
Mm.
He likes that hero. Like you jump in coil and then you start the party.
It's semi-global. If you
Yeah.
die, you can buy back into the orb.
That's fully global actually.
No one has to do
yeah,
so much
I
work in
guess,
this game.
Well, call it, guys. Who's gonna take this last game?
Ninjas in Pajamas.
What do you think,
They're
Edmund?
going to press aura and everyone's
I
gonna
think this
die.
global combo is gonna blow our mind.
Louis, agree?
I absolutely agree.
Well, let's find out if the panel, or rather, if our casters agree as well. It's time for our last game of the day with Odie Pixel and Andy.
Indeed, welcome back for Game 2 between Ninjas in Pajamas and Vega Squadron. The game, I believe, is underway, so let's get ourselves straight in. It's myself, Eddie Pixel, and of course, Andrew Draskell Styles. Are you ready for this one, Andy? And are you ready for the global strap from NiP?
Yeah, it's harking back to the olden days, man. This takes me back to like 2006, 7 maybe? Somewhere around that. That was a really long time ago. But either way, I'm really liking the stuff that NiP have brought to the table so far. Even Game 1, they showed a really, really strong performance. This is a very, very different style, though. See if they can execute as well as they did in the first game against Vega, who have picked... Well, they picked a Doom. And as most Doom games go, he's going to run at you. And he's going to run at you a lot. So hopefully they can buy the time that they need for their lineup to really come online, as Shane and 8mother were both kind of saying on the couch. You really need to get level 6 on these heroes. Can't stress the importance of that. You know, you need Fury and Zolt, you need AA's Ice Blast to be able to keep Vega at bay. But once you get there, and then you have that Zeus mid, your damage output is nuts, right? So you can burst down a Doom, you can burst down any strength hero, it doesn't matter, prior to buying BKB. And you can stop the push that they're going to bring to bear here. But Vega... they do have some opportunity to snowball with these heroes as well.
Okay, I mean, in terms of the draft as well, we obviously in Game 1 we were talking about the fact that off the bat we were saying NiP's lineup was looking strong and reliable, and more so than Vega's. But this time round, you feel that Vega, they've certainly got more ways to work with their lineup that could become issues for NiP's draft this game, or?
I do think so.
Okay.
You just always need to be very conscious of the amount of damage that NiP can do during mid-game. Like Zeus ulti, AA ulti, if you're not having like a good game and you're low on farm, can just send you back to base, you know, or maybe even like kill you if you're not paying attention. So I'm looking for NiP to set up those kind of skirmish style fights during the mid game, or maybe even just go for a little bit of pushing themselves, because they do have Nature's Prophet on their side. But it's not going to be quite as fast as the first game, where Jakiro just allowed them to win in sub 20 minutes. But if they get to that late game, it's going to be a bit worrisome for Vega, I feel.
Well, mid lane, Limp and no one just training a bit of aggression here. No one just manning right up and sticking it to Limp, forcing him back, and Limp is going to tick fairly low.
I think he could have fought that, actually. I'm kind of wondering
bottom
why he
lane,
ran.
this could be your first blood here. Jonas and Fan 9 HP. Can they get the vision? No, they got quite the looks of it. Solo's trying to look to move in, but some Fan will just about to get himself away, and back in the mid lane the fight continues, and this time no one does come out on top, and I guess the first blood onto Limp.
Yeah, the laning phase, you always have to look at like a Nature's Prophet team with a Spectre and an AA, and just kind of assume the enemy is going to have a stronger laning composition. This game is no exception, really. And having the Luna means that you'll be able to pressure the tower early bottom, just by having that Lunar Blessing going for you. And I assume that Vega are probably going to prioritize killing that tower a bit early, and then you can start moving around, you know, the Witch Doctor. I mean, they're playing it even greedy by having the Doom jungle. They're not even putting him in a lane at this point. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to start in lane. I got my Dark Troll Summoner. I'm going to hit level 3 at like 2.5 minutes in. And it's fine, because they also know that NiP have an equally greedy lineup with a Spectre. It's just that at every stage in the game, Doom can doom the Spectre, and that's kind of a problem.
Mid lane, they want to try and go, NiP moving on to no one. Asken's going to throw out the shot in, no one with the juke here. Do they have the control? 4 seconds into that blink on no one, he's bottling up. That's going to turn towards Mag, because Mag's turned up. He's looking for a kill onto Limp, moving forward. No one actually blinks in with the scream. The Fisher as well. They'll find one. They might be able to get 2, and they do. 2 kills here for the side of Vega. And they tried to make work of the haste rune on the Tusk, but it did not go the way that NiP hoped for. And Vega this time are going to be the ones starting off the game 2 minutes in with 3 kills under their belt.
I guess you could say the shoe is on the other foot. Just starting off with 3 kills in pretty much the same amount of time. Well, I gotta say, the one thing that you have to look at right now for NiP is that Era is totally free farming. Like 100% uncontested. There's not even a hero in his freaking lane. So if you're looking at NiP right now and you're a fan, you could be looking to this and be like, Era, please. Give Era your energy this game, because if things keep rolling this way and Vega keep finding the early kills, it could get a bit rough for them.
I mean, I guess, at what point do you think we'll see Vega try and do something about the Spectre? Is it going to be when we see the 6 come online for no one on his crop?
I think they might just be looking at their lineup and saying, all we really need to do is throw out a Doom on the Zeus or the Spectre during a fight, and we'll be fine. Because the Zeus is the majority of their damage, and if you Doom the Spectre, especially later on when you get Aghanims, you disable all of her passes, so she's not really a threat in the fight anymore. She can't use Desolate, she can't use Dispersion to reflect damage, she's just a melee creep. So that could be their thinking here, and having the Doom, but you don't need to contest her right away if you're beating the other 2 lanes really hard. That's another thing. It's kind of like the AM effect. The AM can win his lane, but you can crush the other 2 as the enemy team, and then it doesn't matter how much farm the hero has because they can't contribute as much. This lineup is a little bit different in that you do have supports who are able to contribute in a big way, like AA blasts are going to be key, and the Zeus's damage is also very, very high. So they're going to be on the side of NiP, looking to that to try to keep Vega at bay here.
And Limp at the moment in the mid lane, he's still been able to trade pretty much even far with the crop. And bottom lane, we've seen already the pressure from Vega. They've already got a bit of damage done to the tier 1 here on the bottom lane. The fact that they've got this all on Luna, they've got that pushing power. And it's just going to be able to see what NiP do around it. I mean, in terms of the build for the Spectre, do you feel we've got to see just a Radiance Rush coming out here from Arrow? Is that the only thing that he's going to be thinking of this at this point?
I thought he might end up going something like Shred's Urn or Phase Urn, just because if the AA has a good start and doesn't get really interrupted, Seal Kid is going to have a chance to hit a relatively good timing for level 6. Like, he's already level 4, so he's on track. If he gets 6 early, and you just throw an Ice Blast, Zeus Ulti, and Haunt with Urn charges, the hero dies. He is going to stop for the Aquila, which is still, like, he can still buy Urn, even after buying this, right? It's a lot of very mid-early game-centric items to just start pushing Vega back, preventing that Luna Deathball push from just taking all the map control. Because, I mean, look at them. They got freaking 4 heroes down here 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
they want to try to abuse their pushing potential.
And they've certainly got it here. They should be able to find this tier 1 here. And the question is going to be, of course, what these heroes do after taking the tower. Well, Mag, he's going to TP straight up to the top lane. Start to look to maybe contest Error's farm. Now, on his own as a level 4 Doom, it's certainly going to be hard. Level 6 is now on the Spectre. So, as you said, the fact that the Global is starting to come online slowly but surely. Thundergod's Wrath is now there as well for Limp. And, yeah, it's just going to be kind of a waiting game here for AA's Ice Blasters. He's still just sitting on the level 4.
Yeah, the damage output that NiP have just by levels is kind of crazy. Nature's Wrath, Zeus Ulti, and then AA Blast with Haunt. You don't really have to commit much to that team fight, right? Because it's all global. If you kill like 1 or 2 heroes with it, and it stops Vega from pushing, that's all you need. You just needed to delay the game. So losing the offlane tier 1, okay, Vega wanted to kill that eventually. They were going to do it like 9 games out of 10 probably, and not prioritize trying to gank yet until that tower was dead. But now that it is dead, Vega are going to be looking towards mid. They're going to be looking to try to kill Jonas and Fat as he steals the haste.
Easy rune still.
Yeah, nicely done.
Alright.
That could have very easily resulted in his death, by the way, if he was even like 1 or 2 seconds later. He was just being a bit greedy with his bottle on the queen, so.
Top lane still, Mag just hanging around here for the levels. Seal Kid, he's going to spot him out. They're pinging out each other. Hasn't quite got level 6 here on the Doom, so he's not going to be too scared of Mag. Bottom lane has Ken trying to find some levels himself. There'll be a TP in as well from Limp, so they want to try and fight. His shards come out. Now, not going to be able to block anyone out here in Pasha. He is going to be fine, just walks it off.
They can kill Luna so easily with this team. Like, even with the strength gain buff, Zeus damage, double nuke from the Tusk, you're just a goner, pretty much, with Zeus ulti on top of it. And the other thing, too, is since Vega are kind of really grouped up together, Seal Kid has not been pressured much in lane. I think leaving the AA alone could come back to bite Vega here, like not contesting the lane in a real way. Because if that hero hits 6, it's a very low cooldown on that ultimate, and you can throw it out a lot. It's going to be very disruptive to Vega's playstyle.
I think they want Mag here by the looks of it. Mag, he's got to be careful. There's a Tusk around here as well. It's and now looking for Jonas and Fan maybe coming in, but no,
Does Mag have a quelling? Oh, he has a tango. Okay.
He's playing it safe as well. Just gets himself straight out of the lane. Realizes that he's become the focus there for NiP.
I think mid game is where NiP really come online. There's only one person on the side of Vega who is that big of a threat, and that's the Queen, and stopping the Rat. And the Spectre is going to be able to sit somewhere else on the map too. Just have a support stand behind you, and you're pretty safe.
Them. They're just eyeing each other up here. They're walking in with the Mag. He's got a Doom. He's going to drop it here. Moving in with the Scorch stuff. Looking to find themselves another kill. Vega, and they should. Haunt has come out here. And they're in fact moving in towards mid. Error gets the deny. Seema will get himself out. If they can get the kill onto Mag here, have they got the damage? They're trying for it, but no, they can't. They don't get the kill here. No one hanging around on the side as well. Not yet to jump in. Hasn't got the mana early for the Blink and Sonic Wave. Bottom lane they will find a tier 2 though, but all in all, nicely done there from Eric, getting the deny onto Limp on his Zeus.
Yeah, very nice little play coming out there. They realize around the clock though, Vega. You can see how much, oh, he just dies to the Tusk shards coming in bottom lane. Took a little bit too much tower damage there, I suppose. They do get the tower, so they got what they came for. But NiP, they're still alright. Like, losing the bottom lane, yeah, okay. It opens up space for Vega to rotate around on their supports, and it could be a little bit concerning, but Seal Kid 6. It's not even 9 minutes in. This guy's been prioritized very heavily getting his ulti online, and this is the point where you got Zeus ulti, you got Nature's Wrath, you got the Ice Blast, you're just gonna start like killing heroes randomly on the map.
And I mean, Era's build so far, he did finish off the treads, of course, with the Aquila.
Is under attack.
Do you think we'll see the drums come out, or is this the point where he starts to save up for the big boy items?
You mean for Mag?
For Era.
For Era. I still think Urn is really nice. If no one else is going to buy it, I think that's a really solid purchase. If somebody else is going to buy the Urn, then all you have to do is just go for like maybe one health item, like a casual vitality booster, and then into Radiance. I think that should be enough.
Oh, okay, Eclipse, he wants to go with the shard.
What a shard.
Got to stop Pasha finding any of the aggression that he was looking for top lane, though. We may see Vega find some. They're using, well, and committing 4 heroes here onto this top push. And out of the Luna for this push here, but they might be able to find a tier 1 nonetheless, bringing in the creep wave. Still seeing a max health though, this tower, but they'll do their best to start to work it down. Pasha sticking to just focusing on the farm on the bottom lane. And NiP, they do have 4 heroes in the neighborhood in their own jungle. And it looks like Vega won't be able to find too much here with this push up top.
I would like to see NiP kind of counter pressure a bit with their Furion. Like, if you see that many heroes and you know that the rest of them are missing, you can just push mid, you know? I mean, what is their initiation, really? They walk into you with a Scorched Earth? That's not really that terrifying at 10 minutes in. You're waiting for Mag to finish, like, a Blink and Aghanim Shiva, stuff like that. That's when he really starts to become a nuisance for you. But for now, there's not really any reason why I feel like you can't counter pressure towers on your own.
Okay, I mean, in terms of going late, is it because of the fact that they've got that Spectre that NiP are kind of favoured, or can the Luna still be a pretty scary late game force against a stacked Spectre?
It can be scary.
Down the line?
It's not really a matter of the fight itself, though. It's how the fights take place. So one situation is you're split pushing all the time as NiP. You got your Fury TPing everywhere. You're throwing out Nature's Wrath. Could see a potential engagement here, but the majority of the time NiP aren't looking for the 5-man fight. They're just looking to force Vega back by spam, and then they take fights when they know that they're either outnumbering or, you know, they might have better item progression, because they're still farming well, even granted they've lost one of the 2 towers up until this point in the bottom lane. But I still think NiP are in okay shape. Their lineup is not meant to be able to directly fight into Vega at this stage, even though I still think it could if they play it well.
Dire's top tower is
Let's see if they go for anything here. Yeah, they are going to go for a smoke kill in Panam's kill at the same time. They got smoked up themselves. Moving forward here, it's going to kick off in the jungle. No one blinks forward against the scream out. The Thundergod's Wrath does come through, and they'll actually kill the Shaker first. Sonic Wave flies through, they'll find themselves Jonas and Fan, but NiP looking to stick around. Mag does get the Doom out onto the Tusk. Now Tusk will run Limp, trying to burst down Mag, but Limp is getting low on mana. He's got one more lightning, but the heal from the Scorched Earth doing a lot for Mag. He'll find the kill onto Tusk. Now Arrow's turning up, looking for the cleanup, and they will be able to find that there. So they do get themselves 2 kills in return. That's a 2-for-2 trade here, and is the mask being picked up on Arrow on this Spectre build?
That's a bit interesting. Is he gonna go just for Mask of Madness?
Mask of Madness Spectre. I mean, that's still something that we see every day, Andy.
Well, I've seen it before. It's one of those things where you just really don't want to show in lane, and you know that your team is primarily revolving around global strat, so you don't have to be in a lane to farm with Mask of Madness, and you already have Aquila, so your jungle efficiency is fine, especially with the new buff to Desolate. I think it's an interesting take on it, but it is a bit of a greedy choice. There is no doubt in that. I do want to also mention, if that AA Blast had hit, that fight would have been a lot different, and they would definitely not have lost Handskin. So Seal Kid, you gotta make sure you land them.
Oh, Shoma here using the Embers to close in. Find himself the kill. Does take a nice blast to the back of the Earthshaker, but they've already found the kill they look for onto Limp on his Zeus. No one hanging about here wanting to maybe move forward, but Seal Kid is still there in the AA, and they won't dive themselves any deeper. Solo just finding some solo XP down here. He's level 6, showing us some fan hiding around in the trees. It's going to be the Orchid build here on that Nature's Prophet. 6-for-3 at the moment. Certainly not the same kind of steamroll game we saw from NiP in the first one, and this is more kind of the level of play that we expected from Vega here, turning up to the fights and keeping it at a similar level to what NiP are bringing. Just that fact, of course, as we keep emphasizing, that Era is getting good farm on that Spectre.
Yeah, his highest net worth. That's always going to be a concern if you're Vega. I'd still say that NiP would be in great shape if they didn't lose those first couple of heroes so early, and in the manner that they did too. Okay, Youngster fans.
Everything coming down there onto the Nature's Prophet. No chance in hell for him to escape.
Nice plus.
Yeah, they might get a kill in return, and they do with the Thunder God's Wrath there to secure the kill onto the quad. They're going to live for the TP out, but Level Death's there to cancel in. Mag now moving in with the Scorched Pasha's there as well. Looking for the Lucent Beam, doesn't even need to get it in the end. Mag will find the kill onto Tusk. 2-for-1 effectively across the map there. Vega certainly still coming on top of the trades. But meanwhile, Aaron Seal Kid, they're using the space to pressure onto this tier 1.
It's a casual mask, okay? It's not going for the full mum build. I think Casual Mask is still fine. The biggest thing is, Spectre is really crap at farming the woods, and sometimes you're just not capable of showing on the map. So just having that item, it just allows you to play it in a slightly different manner.
Ara just playing safe now. Innocent Fan leading in the push here with the Treants, and they're going to try and find this tier 1, but no one has turned up in the crop, and he has got the Sonic Wave available here. They'll lose the tower though, and at the same time, Luna finds himself a kill mid with the help of Doom. And it's going to be a kill onto Limp Zeus as well, and off the back of that, Vega, they'll find the tower trade here. They should be able to find this tier 1. Ice Blast is flying in. And Pasha fairly low.
If they haunt and dagger, they can kill him.
Okay, with the shot.
Okay, he's just dead anyway. Alright, whatever.
Alright.
I was gonna say, I think Eric can just kill him here, but don't even need to commit the hero.
Ara just hiding in the trees now. He's got 2.6k gold here. A lot of money towards that relic that we're going to expect to see being inbound.
Nah, this game is still alright for NiP.
Oh yeah.
They can't afford to give away, I think, too many more free picks and towers like that. Like, you really want to start trying to defend your last remaining tier 1 at the very least, because that jungle is super important for Era to be able to fall back to farm if need be. And you can see how scared he is. He's kind of chilling in the woods right now, seeing, okay, I don't have any vision. It's kind of a problem. I only got 1 ward mid on the high ground, and that's about it. So until I see something, it becomes very difficult for me to justify farming. But all the ults are almost back up on the side of NiP. The next engagement, I would expect to see pretty much everyone from their side turn up, maybe barring Era, if the fight's not going super well. And again, you can see the damage potential. Like Witch Doctor, Earthshaker, Queen.
Talking about the Witch Doctor, hands getting straight in now. Ice Blast stress to face the Witch Doctor. Easy pick off there for NiP and Vega. Unable to find anything in return. Straight off the back of the pick off, Jonas and Fang. Maybe looking for a push, but no one is there. Orchid is actually being closed in upon by Jonas and Fan on his Nature's Prophet. He's still hanging around though. Limp's there as well. Hansken as well with the backup. They want to try and find Passion. That would be a big kill if they can. Shards come out. Oh, they won't quite do it, but the snowball crosses there with the Hawk from Era. They'll find themselves the kill that they were after. And Era, in fact, might be able to find himself a second one. Echo Slam comes out, but Era, the damage is too much there. With the ult as well for Nature's Prophet, and Era's going to be able to keep himself fine. And we are starting to see just the global potentiality of NiP being pretty damn scary.
The Luna can never be alone. That's the problem. Luna does not have the health to live through that combo. Even without committing a real hero, if you hit Ice Blast, and then you hit the Thunder God's Wrath, of course that one always hits because it's just global ulti, and then you just drop a haunt on him, if he's just farming in the woods randomly, he's probably low or dead. Especially if you just go in with the dagger, you know.
He popped a drum charge for this one.
He's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not really that close because the Doom still has a relatively long cast animation. That's like Bane levels of cast animation on that. Alright, so relic money acquired here on Era. Once he gets a Radiance, dear God, how are Vega gonna fight anymore?
I don't know if they are. He's got mid lane solo. He's getting cut out with the 1-2 Jonas and Fans as well. Ice Blast to the face of the Witch Doctor, and that's another pick off here for the side of NiP. Killing spree on Jonas and Fan now, and that's going to put him ever more that gold needed for that Orchid. He's just going to bowl himself up a regen. He's closing in on the Aghanim's level 11 as well. Just about 760 gold to go, and he will have that one. So they certainly still have a lot of fighting potential here, Vega. And okay, I'm going to have Mag moving in, but the snowball's there. He does have a Doom available. He's going to try his best to get it out at the same time. Sonic Wave to the backside of Jonas and Fan takes down the Nature's Prophet. Mag moving forward over the Scorched Earth. I don't need to move forward anymore. And Era still, once this happens, farming top, and Vega, they're a little bit peeved by this. They're sending people up top with the smoke. They want to try and find this kill on the Spectre. They see the relic, realise that maybe already they've given too much space here to Era. He's top of the net worth board at the moment, 7.9k here. And they want to find this kill. The question is, can they? And they just might be able to. There is Eclipse available as well. And he's going out straight away. Era trying to juke it out into the tree line. Is he going to be able to get himself away there? And that's a big kill. That's exactly what Vega were looking for. And they executed perfectly there with that smoke.
That fissure was really nice too, because it pushed him in the right direction. It pushed him in a way that he was like stuck in vision. Whereas if it pushed him the other way, he would have been near the tower and maybe he would have been able to walk that one off. But very nice gank coming in from Vega. High priority kill as well.
Maybe they'll find something else there. Blink 4 from Mag drops the Doom straight away with the Fisher as well, but the Snowball's there to buy some time for the turnaround. Straight back in onto Mag. Seal cute. He's going to get taken down by the Enchanted. Incredibly low. Can he get himself out in time? No. They'll find themselves the kill onto the AA. And Vega will survive, and Limp, he's going to be lucky to just live on 60 HP there. The Doom not quite enough to finish him off. And off the back of these kills as well, Showing the Slayer coming to 1400, 2/3 of the way towards that Blink Dagger. Something that NiP have every right to be just a little bit scared of.
There is still a lot of opportunities for Vega to come back in this game. Like, Doom is always going to be a huge factor. Luna will kind of keep up in net worth, only about 1,000 behind Arrow right now. I think the bigger thing is, in a 5 versus 5 fight in the ultra late game, Spectre just does so much more damage to your team. Like, Hot alone with the Radiance and just desolate hits if the supports are too far away. It's very disruptive to the fight. It stops Blink Daggers as well. And even Zeus on top of that. If NiP know you're coming, have fun trying to blink against Zeus and Spectre with Radiance. Like, it's so freaking hard to get away from that.
NiP coming out to see if they can find anyone from Vega on the top, but Vega already out there, Mag. He's going to hang around here, looking to find a bit of farm, 1100 gold racked up. And there's some fans coming back into the top lane as well. Are they going to spot Mag out? And they just might. Mag's going to have to blink, and he is. Straight out. He's all good. He's all dandy.
Yeah. I wonder what he goes this game. I feel like he kind of needs BKB. Yeah,
looks
okay,
like
he just bought Ogre Club.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's heeding your advice there, straight up for the BKB.
I mean, you want Aghanims because it's so good against the Spectre, but at the same time, you kind of need BKB just to stay alive. Because if you walk in as Doom and you get AA blasted with their kind of burst, you can die. It doesn't matter how much strength gain you got, it ain't going to save you. So, for now, Vega just doing their farming thing, pressuring the map a tiny bit mid. I think it's going to be BKB's highest priority for like the Luna, the Doom, and then of course the Queen. And once those are up, I think Vega hit a pretty decent power spike where they could potentially like contest Roshan or just take a full-on engagement. Oh, they spotted the Seal Kid.
Mag, he's ready to go for this, and with the Fisher as well, they've already found Jonas and found elsewhere on the map. Therefore gets dropped, and they get themselves a second one there, Vega. Breaking ahead now in terms of kill, to 14 for 9. Things are looking up, and show with the Slayer, 200 away from that Blink Dagger on this Shaker. And looks like the side of Vega, they're going to go for Roche now.
Well, with AA being dead, it's the best time. AA Blast is the thing that stops all of your sustain, so Solo can just have the Voodoo Restoration on the side of the pit. Not really anything that NiP can do about it until he's alive. They do kill it rather slow. I wonder if they will throw a Haunt randomly to scout it, or if they're going to use Zeus ulti or something, or if they just give it.
We're going to see Ice Blast straight up from spawn. Yes, we are. There's an Ice Blast coming through.
Are they going to go on this?
Are they going to go on this?
I think they may.
Are they going to go on this?
Oh, no.
Ice Blast, it's nice with the Thunder Trap as well. The Horn coming out today. They're going to be able to bring it line up today. Just pop it on, man. He's going to be in the Horn. That's 2. They find pressure as well here on the Luna. Arrow's moving forward, trying to see if he can find Solo as well. Find a third, but no, he's not going to go for that one. Solo's going to be spared, but they find 2 very high priority kills. Of course, no one was the one to pick up the Aegis there, gets himself out. But nice use of the globals there to secure a couple of kills.
That was without Radiance.
Give the gold, yeah, for the Radiance.
With Radiance, that would have killed Solo.
Oh, yeah.
Might have even killed the Queen. Like, this is, like,
Middle tower.
really scary territory for Vega. They just got Roshan away from NiP, which I think, after seeing how that fight turned out, they might have just not been able to come back if NiP got Roshan themselves with this kind of a strategy. It's just so hard to try to do anything against the global potential that NiP have at this point. And if Hanskin used Snowball inside of the pit, when he threw the shards out originally, they definitely would have gotten at least 1 or 2 more kills as well. I think he just also underestimated how much damage they really do when they have all of their ultimates up. Now again, this is all prior to Vega's BKB timing, so it is very fortunate that they got Roshan. Especially after how much damage they just took there.
He wants to show off his Blink Dagger so badly.
He really wants it.
He really wants to.
But this is like not worth, dude. So not worth. Revealing the Blink Dagger I don't think is good right now.
No one's got an Invis rune here as well. I mean, they can use this to set something up into the jungle. They've still got a bit of time on the smoke. Pink's coming out to Seal Kid. Bit of water himself. They love the free kill. Fish is just laid down. No one takes the kill onto AA. Showing holding onto the blink and holding on to that Echo Slam top lane. Jonathan Fan, he's finished off the Orchid here, and he's going to look to get himself straight out of the top. Moves into the Dire jungle, sorry, the Radiant jungle. Pasha, 300 gold away from that BKB on the Luna. As actually NiP themselves that are looking to fight down here. And moving in with Hanskin and Limp, and Solo's in a lot of trouble. Thunder God's Wrath comes out, and they get the punch straight onto the Witch Doctor. And as we can see, he's very close to find that Aghanim. Showing that the Slayer gets a lovely Fisher block off, but there's not really any follow-up. And Hanskin will simply TP himself out of this one. And upon as well, Era has got the Haunt back online. And as you said, we've seen how much you can do without the Radiance, but now with the Radiance and also with Era's farm just continuing to spiral out of control. He's top of the board at the moment, just ahead of the Queen of Pain. There's an Ice coming through. You're going to go for that one. They don't even need the Haunt. The burst from Limp on top of the Ice Blast. And they'll get the push here as well. 1,800 gold, in fact, in Era's pocket on top of that Radiance. Still very much a close game. And if anything, I kind of feel that NiP are going to be a bit more so in the more comfortable position at this point.
Yeah, their lineup is very easy to play from ahead because of what you just saw. Like, sure, Pasha wasn't at full HP, but all they had to do was drop a Haunt on top of it, and it would have been a kill regardless. Like, there's no way that he lives through that, at least with the items that he currently has in his inventory. So he needs BKB. It's going to be done on the Queen of Pain. Now they just need the Luna and the Doom to finish it. And then they can actually take a real fight. You know, you try to bait a carry, or you go and you walk into a tower as 5, maybe a tier 2, and then you take that engagement. Because NiP, they don't really push out the lane super fast yet, and you have fresh BKBs on a team that actually has really good 5-man potential, assuming you don't just get wrecked by Global. So I think that Vega now have a timing window after Mag finishes up that BKB where they can try to really make some fights happen for them.
Top lane. Vega want to be careful about revealing themselves here because the globals are up. Mag backing up, showing the Slayer, still just hanging around. I had to use that echo here. Would love to try and make a jump on someone, but he needs a bit more follow-up than just the Doom. It's going to be a risky initiation if he just decide to go for it here. I think they'll decide against it as they see Handscan moving around as well. The ping's coming out. They've spotted out, and now the vision. No way to blink away there with the Thunder God's Wrath to put that blink dagger on cooldown. Very nicely done there by NiP. And against a lineup, especially when what you've got Mag and Shoma both running the blink daggers, Thunder God's Wrath's going to be huge every time.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit worrisome for Vega. Their item timing is still okay. Like, having BKBs at around 25 minutes is acceptable, considering, like, Mag already has Blink. The Luna, she's probably a bit behind what she wants, because he's died 4 times. But if they can get the fights after the BKBs, that's the thing that matters the most to Vega. It's not about when the items come out, it's what you do with them with this lineup. Because if the Doom gets ahead, gets like 1 or 2 more items, same with Queen or Luna, it becomes very difficult for your global strategy to keep the enemy down, like they have consistently been doing on the side of NiP. And he is going to be going for Ags, I guess.
Ags on your innocent fam. Oh, I mean, I guess it makes sense, in the sense of, we've seen the power of the global. The chances are you are going to be killing heroes within the 4 seconds of the debuff and getting those stronger treants out with the global.
Yeah, you're just going to make huge trees everywhere. Happy little trees. Or sad, I guess, if you're Vega.
Era, how's he doing? You did pick up the Ashen, he's coming up to 2k on top of it as well. He's in Aghanims now, picked up on Solo's Witch Doctor. And top lane, they've actually popped the Hornet, see if they can set something up. Ice Shards are going to trap Mag in. It looks like this Haunt's not going to find any kills this time. And we'll give them the intel of the whereabouts of the side of Vega. Potentially a little bit suspicious, as Vega had been off the map for a few seconds or so there, at least from NiP's vision perspective.
Does Limp go Octarine? He needs more mana.
He started to build into the
Or is it Bloodstone?
I guess with the, yeah. I reckon it would be the Bloodstone here, wouldn't it, for the man?
The only reason you would say Octarine is because the lower cooldown on Thunder God's Wrath synergizes very well with AA. Because AA Ice Blast is much lower cooldown. So you can have him, like, almost at the same time every time.
Ice Blast flying through. They will, of course, have the Haunt for this one. Oh, they've got other globals if they want to try and follow through the shards. It's coming down the middle, but I think Vega may realise that the Strength is to just start to get the push on, especially when the Haunt's not up. Ice Blast is now down. And let's see how much they can do in terms of damage here onto the mid. Tier 3 already sitting down at half health. Stroma just blinks straight in with the Echo, and okay, that's a clean kill here onto Lim. There'll be a buyback straight away from Zeus. They're trying to turn, but BKB comes out from Mag. No one as well. Hanskin getting low, be doomed up. Double kill for no one. And Vega here with the kind of fights they need to be looking for. Era throws in a dagger, but Vega, they're just going to frontline this one. Continues to get the pressure down. Thunder God's Wrath comes out. There's a nice blast to follow through as well. No one is trapped in the tree line. They should be able to find the Quap, and they will. They'll get the kill onto the Queen. Pasha down pops the Eclipse, and he's going to look for the BKB. TP out, and he's going to make it out here as well. So they do lose the Queen of Pain. They lose more Limp. He's trying to find the Shaker, and he's got the setup here with the Yule Scepter, and they'll find themselves another one here on the cleanup. Shoma throws out Fisher, isn't going to be able to save him. So they get the Shaker, they get the Quap, they end up defending the racks, but they do lose a tier 3 there, and it did cost them the buyback on Limp Zeus.
Yeah, it was actually pretty fortunate, though, that the only person to get caught by the Echo and Sonic Wave was the Zeus. Like, imagine if 1 or 2 heroes had died there instead of just Limp. Then it would have been a much harder base to defend. I think that's actually a blessing in disguise if you're NiP. Like, sure, the Zeus obviously wants to go for his Octarine or Bloodstone, whatever the choice is going to be for him, but if he can defend the base and keep the Spectre in the game and not lose anything from it, like base-wise, I think it's good.
That's the link on for those average because of Pasha. If he gets caught out by that Yules there from Invis Limp with the Haunt, Ice Blast, everything online. The pickup potential is great.
Yeah, it's actually insane. That's why you saw as soon as Vega had BKBs on their important heroes, they just wanted to try to push immediately. They're like, we need to go deal some real damage to NiP. Because the later this game goes, we might get some more tankiness on our heroes, but they're going to be able to keep the lanes pushed. Spectre is amazing late game. We don't even have the AA with Aghanims yet. Once that comes up, it's going to be even harder for Vega to push in. At 17 seconds of not being able to heal, so your Voodoo Restoration doesn't do anything. What if Zeus has Octarine by then and just starts spamming like Thunder God's Wrath with that? And then what if he eventually gets Refresher, right? Like, how are you ever going to end the game?
Limp is looking for the kill. There's an nice blast flying through here. Thunder God's Wrath comes out. BKB for no one. He's looking for the return kill onto the Zeus, and he might just find it. He will with the Sonic Wave to the face there. They get one in return, but they've also lost two. Arrow with a killing spree as he picks up the kill there onto the Witch Doctor. May even find Pasha as well. BKB's come out. It's not going to save him. Double kill for Jonas and Fan. Mag and no one. They're trying to move him onto Hansken. He's got a shot. He's going to end up trapping the Doom with him. So Doom will find the kill. And he'll TP straight out. Let's see if no one can get himself out as well as he can. But we're seeing, yeah, as you said, the Ags now come into play here for the side of NiP.
Yeah, that tree is actually so freaking tanky. 1650 health, 84 damage. It's actually insane. The other thing is, as you already mentioned, it's not out of the question for multiple heroes to die to that. Especially if you have the Haunt come in at the same time and the Ice Blast hits on like 3 or 4. Man, that's like insane for actual pushing as well. But Roshan now on the table here for NiP should be pretty easy for them. Not going to see too much contention coming out from Vega. They do not have their Luna. Even with buyback, there's no way they'd be able to get here in a timely fashion. So I think sacrificing the Tusk and the Zeus is more than worth it. They traded 3 for 2 and they get Rosh out of it. NiP are looking in a really solid spot here in game 2.
So, and the fact that the net worth just continues for error. And I mean, yes, the Quap may be comparative in terms of value. He's just 1k behind, but having that amount of money on a Spectre compared to having on a Queen at this point, it's quite a different story here.
Yeah, they do. A Spectre does way more with the same amount of gold.
Yes. Yeah.
In terms of teamfight contribution, it's very hard to land like a 5-man Sonic Wave. All you have to do on Spectre is hit R. Like, you don't even have to look at your screen. You literally just hit R. It's like, alright, I've done a ton of damage with Radiance and Desolate. And then I just go into the fight and absorb damage and run at people.
I'm talking about running at people. Vega, I'm not going to move here into the Darjin, but it looks like they're going to hold off that. I don't feel confident going too deep in. Jonas and Fan just continues to put on the pressure across the map, and I mean, his net worth as well. It's looking good. He's got 3k now on top of the Aghanims. And it is going to be, that's what for Limp. Did Limp actually finish off the whatchamacallit, Bloodstone? No,
Nah, he died and then bought back and then died again.
Alright, Doom dropped onto Jonas and Fan here. Is there going to be backup?
He does have his team in the vicinity.
Yeah, Silky is there. But the Death was going to get dropped. Ice Blast strands the face of Solo. Arrows turned up. They've killed the Witch Doctor. They do have Thunder God's Wrath, and there is a Haunt available as well. But they've already lost 2 here. No one blinking himself away from Hansken. We'll see if they go for anything more here. They do still have that Haunt Mag incredibly deep here into enemy territory. We'll see if they get another catch and they'll put the Haunt now. They'll spot out Mag. And the question is, do they go for the Doom? Is he gonna? Yeah, he is. Okay, they're gonna go for the Doom here. Mag will put the BKB. Does he have a TP here? Oh, it doesn't matter because the punch is there onto him and he doesn't have a TP. He's in a lot of trouble. Shards will block him off and they'll find the kill into Mag. Got a little bit too deep there. We saw Shaker as well get incredibly low there to the Haunt. And Reaver's now going to be picked up on error, so he's going to look to build into that heart. And we're certainly getting into that territory where the Spectre is becoming very, very scary for the opponents.
Yeah, without a doubt. How are they going to kill Era? That's the next question. The thing is, Mag had to go for a relatively early BKB, where normally against Spectre you just build Aghanims, and then you just, delete them. It's like, boom, whatever. You haunt in, you're doomed. What are you going to do? And then you have to walk it off, and then they just ignore you, kill the rest of the team. That would have worked very well for Vega this game, if they didn't have so much magical burst that it just made him buy BKB, especially because of the AA. Like, that's probably the one hero. Actually, it definitely is the hero that makes this work, against Doom at the very least. Because sure, you might deal some damage, but he can heal it up with his Scorched Earth, makes his laning phase more viable, makes him a lot more scary. It's the same like having it against Alchemist. Without your regen, you're not really all that tanky anymore. So NiP taking full advantage of this, and in the meantime, Vega, even without their Doom, they're like, yo, you don't got any ultis. We want to try to push mid.
I mean, this is the thing, obviously NLP's global is great, but in terms of the push, Vega, they've got the Luna. Arrow's moving in, Cast will be dropped here, BKB just comes out from Passion, he mans up, takes down the main racks, the mid lane, he's just going to TP himself out, but the Warriors punch is there to cancel. Ice Blast off like, oh, Shoma! Alright, he gets 2, but find the turnaround for Thunder God's Wrath. Of course, Era did have the Aegis, and now Vega, they've got to be a bit careful. Death Ward's dropped, Mag jumps straight in with the Doom onto Era, but Era's still just trying to fight this at this point, and then we'll go down to the Death Ward. They do manage to move in for more here, no one blinking in, but the Orchid's there from Jonas and Fan. They haven't quite got the damage here to deal with Mag, and they will get away with it, so Vega do lose 3 heroes, but they do find the melee racks bottom lane. They've got the Treant starting to move in with a bit of pressure. Era, he's going to go for this. Jonas and Fans there as well. If they can find the Mag kill, which it looks to be that they will. Okay. Yep. NiP, they're going to be happy with that one, even though it was a very flashy Echo Slam there from Shaman the Slayer.
Well, they did get melee racks, so Vega, they kind of accomplished what they set out to do. Maybe it cost them more than they wanted, but they got it. You know, so they can look to another lane now. Problem is, tier 2 top is still alive for NiP. That's going to become a real big issue, because that pretty much means that you can't go for megas. And if you're not megaing NiP, they are in the game. That's just how this lineup functions. If you can't actually end it, they always have a chance of coming back. They have a chance of ratting you, finding picks, because they have multiple heroes with Vision and Era.
He's got the Hex on Sarah here. Fisher as well, but he's got a heart. He's incredibly tanky here. Ice Blast comes out to 3. Maybe they can try the Glimmer kills come out. Era, he's going to just dagger himself up to the high ground here. Snowball straight front to Seema. They'll kill the Shaker. Era, there's going to be a blink forward for no one. He tries to turn, but yeah, they get the kill that they were looking for. They find the Spectre, and the Ghost Wrath flying through. And the Nature's Ult as well, so they're incredibly low. Another one as well on 90 HP. Does just get himself back.
Top tower.
So a couple of big kills there, and the fact that they kill that Spectre, that's the one that they're going to be writing home about Vega.
It was a nice pick. They did lose their tier 2 top lane though on Vega, so now the base is almost fully exposed. They only have the tier 2 mid to walk through, and if they can keep their lanes pushed out, having this Aghanims up on the Nature's Prophet.
And I think he's going Octarine, isn't he?
Yeah. Getting the next Roshan is very easy. So we got the Perma Sprout going on if you max it out, and then we also have the very low cooldown on Nature's Wrath, and of course your teleport too. At this stage in the game, it becomes increasingly annoying to play against this lineup. I mean, look at that damage. I mean, Pasha has to go back to base.
I mean, how close is A to the Aghanims? He was building it earlier. Has he got any further from?
He's very close.
Alrighty.
No. Vega, they're going to have to group up again and keep trying to push. They need to keep a lane pushed in all the time, so that way they can threaten base. If they can't threaten base, then I think NiP have a very easy time just walking away with this. It's not a matter of really the net worth of either team, because Vega have the capability of winning a fight. It's if NiP are going to give them the fight that they want. That's really what it boils down to. And they don't need to at this stage. Like, the Luna isn't really farmed enough to a point where, yeah, she has enough, but she's not ultra scary. It's more just like, okay, if our Spectre gets doomed, our team fight's not great. But we don't ever have to put the Spectre in front. We can find out Mag because we have so many methods of starting a fight on our own.
Up and down. But yeah, as you said, the fact that even though Vega have the edge in terms of the money and the numbers, NiP, with their draft, are going to be feeling in the stronger position. But Vega, the team fight's still there. You've got a lot of money on no one on his crop. He's got 4k God. I mean, the question is really, what does he invest in now? What is going to be the item post-Cypher Vice that's going to put terror into the bodies of NiP?
I really think that having a refresher might be the play.
Okay.
Like double Hex, double ulti, that's huge. And double BKB as well. You can't undervalue that against a Spectre team. Like, you're just taking random damage all the time if you're playing against that. And we saw that even though he was chasing down Era that entire time in the river, he almost died anyway. Like, he was just chasing him. He wasn't even getting hit. So I mean, Shiva's is also probably decent. Or maybe he goes for, I pretty much just think Shiva's or Refresher. Those are the two that I would think are probably decent here.
Okay, I mean, NiP. Oh, might find a courier here. It's got Satanic Recipe on. Okie dokie.
That's not great.
That's the Satanic Recipe Gonzo for a good 3 minutes.
That's not great.
Oh, no one. Oh, he just blinked into this. Oh my goodness, he gets the BKB off. Hanskin's there. Silkid, he's in a bit of trouble. Gets hexed up, bursted down low. Can they kill Silkid? The horn comes out. He gets the Ice Blast off just in time. The question is, do NiP want to try and fight off the back of this? Shaman the Slayer getting fairly low. There'll be a snowball across here, but looks like NiP are just going to disengage here. No one's trying to chase down. Let's see if he can find the kill onto Hanskin, but Hanskin with the Glimmer Cape's going to walk it off. No one blinking forward. Limp is there. The Fisher's coming out. There'll be the blink out here from the Zeus, and in fact the snowball across the Fisher towards Shaman the Slayer. No one's still there with the blink forward, and they will get the kill into Hanskin. So a couple of kills there for the side of Vega. and the globals are all down. So NiP try and use those in that fight.
Yeah.
They just didn't have the edge to take down anyone on the side of Vega.
I wonder if Octarine would have been better than Heart this game for Era. Like, the thing about their lineup is they're very, very reliant on ultimates, right?
I mean, look at the push from Vega.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing.
This is the thing.
They got picked with no buybacks, and their ultimates are down. So this is the worst case scenario, is when you don't have any method of fighting, and all you can really do is look to split push. Like, Jonas Fan's cutting the creep wave, but they gotta get him out of their base.
And this is big. Scythe onto Limb. The Death Force being dropped here. The Echo Slam coming through. Era's trying to man fight through, bringing them low. Fight is a triple kill for Era. He's just doing so much, but they still kill him.
He's got buyback.
He does. And the question is, does he use it, or is he going to feel the Vega back on the side? Okay, looking under some fan. Yep. He's looking for the rat action on the top lane. Starting to pressure onto the tier 3. And Vega themselves, they don't have buyback on these 3 heroes. And I wonder if Jonathan Fan's going to realize that and stick around. The fortification comes out. Refresher has been the pickup here for the Quap.
Yeah.
And no one has backed up to defend. So Innocent Fan's going to think twice about going forward again with the push. But still showing up. This game is very, very close between these two sides. They've both got different things they're looking for. NiP obviously relying on those global cooldowns. But Vega just relying on surviving the global fight. And then just using their pushing power to go against NiP. But as we saw then, they've always got to be aware of the fact there is a Nature's Prophet, and he's got a fair bit of pushing power himself as a one-man band.
Yeah, no kidding. Jonas Fan's actually been playing very solid this game. He's died a few times, but it's understandable, right? Like, there's multiple Blink Initiators, there's Orchids, there's a Doom, all sorts of stuff that can definitely catch you out of position. And he's managed to stay third net worth for quite a while now. And I really love the choice of Refresher here from the Queen, because if you think of it this way, you're taking fights as Vega to try to go high ground. And the high ground fight, if you have double ulti, double BKB, that makes you as strong as humanly possible for that particular point when you need to be strong. It's the same ideology behind buying BKB. Well, I need BKB in the fight. Refresher is the same thing. I need 2 ultimates in the fight, I need 2 hexes, I need the burst damage.
Mad pops the BKB, knows they're going to be after him if the Thunder Rolls Wrath has been popped. He's going to look for the TP out and he's going to get away with it. They can't cancel in time.
Nice.
BKB was out on him anyway. NiP.
Is Matt going Refresher as well? I think he is.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
Oh, right.
No, that's good. He's going to skip Aghanims and instead have the magic immunity for a longer period of time, and you can just throw out Doom on the Nature's Prophet and the Spectre at this point, or like the Zeus and the Spectre, and it's like, you should win that fight, in my opinion, if you're Vega.
The Roche fight could be the next big one as well. Vega's going to move in. NiP, they've got a Horn, they've got an Ice Blast. Let's see if they can contest it. Vega. Ice Blast flying through the shards as well. Pash is going to take the brunt of that attack. Actually pops the BKB straight away here. And the Courier's actually got taken out again.
I think they can fight this.
Anderson Fan rats that out.
Wait, when's the Zeus ulti up?
30 seconds.
Yeah, still a while, actually.
And they don't have another Ice Blast, of course.
This is really scary for NiP. I think giving this Aegis away is... It gives Vega a chance to end the game if they get this.
Can they do it? Are they going to go for it? Oh,
yeah.
they're going to land it. No, okay, I'm gonna go.
Let him have it. Okay, so that's cheese. It looks like Nipper is trying to get more damage out of the tier 2 mid, try to fully expose the base. I can understand not wanting to fight when you don't have everything, but oh god, Jonas Fan. Nice Sprout, actually.
Oh,
I think he could have just TP'd, actually.
With the Ultra in here, he's proved to be a bit of a shell for the Death Force straight out, and the bounces there.
Jeez.
Stopping any chance of him TPing away.
No, and Hanskin died as well. They both have buyback, though.
Okay. And this is a close, certainly a lot closer than game 1.
Yeah, anyone can win this game at this point. It really boils down to the next couple of fights. Getting Roshan is a really good step to being able to just go down a lane as 5 and win, because they don't have to kill top. They can just end. Like, they can just go throne. Your heroes at this game, or in this point in the game, 43 minutes in, are farmed enough to tank tier 4s. It doesn't matter. Like, you would just go end it. You wouldn't try to mega.
I mean, again, we talked about this earlier. No one's item build. He's top of the net worth, and he's got a hell of a lot of money. He's going to pick up the boots to travel.
Yep.
But I mean, at this point, what else can the Quap buy to add to kind of the double hex that she's already gotten? No, I'm talking about double.
You
at least the refreshers on Mag complete.
You can go at like AC, MKB, Shivas. All those things are still good. You can even go for book. Like, having 2 Necro books is actually fairly solid if you're just going to go for an all-in push. I mean, look at Vega. They're just running all in. Alright, buybacks, everyone but the AA. The AA absolutely cannot die here. Has to land a good ulti.
Alright. It's gonna be fine. Arrow moving in with the Manta Stone. No one pops out the Sonic Wave, but with the punch there, no one's in a lot of trouble here. Incredibly able to push the BKB, and they're just gonna look for the racks here. BKBs will come out from all the side of Vega. Mag will put the refreshers over. He's looking for round 2. Jet4 comes out for the low ground. It's gonna get them. The arrow's down. Gets Doom Domes with us. A buyback here on the 3 of them here. Coming back into the fight, and now the Horde. They're looking to turn. They've found the Corpus. She's got the Aegis. It's a double kill for Solo in return. Mag's incredibly low, but he's gonna get to the third now. Arrow's there on the high ground. Arrow find one. Now he's moving in onto no one as well. No one's trying for the TPI. He's gonna be able to get himself away. Looks like he will. And Arrow just turns his attention toward Pasha. Pasha now tries for the TP with the arc.
Nice
The lightning is
good.
there. Did cost them a couple of buybacks, but worth it every time.
So worth, yeah. Absolutely. Because of the fact that they expend Aegis and cheats for that fight and still can't end the game. Like, that is huge. That puts NiP in a fantastic spot because now Vega have to wait for that Roshan opportunity again. When you take a high ground push like that and you say, okay, we got both of our Dooms off. Oh no, excuse me, he only got one off.
He only got one off.
He got the one on the Era, I believe. And that was him buying out and then haunting back into the fight. So, all things considered, that was about as good of a defense as you were ever going to get. And Aaron knew that he kind of had to sacrifice himself for that defense as well. There's no way you defend that without throwing your Spectre up in front and being like, yo, you got to come at us. So they're going to try to force buybacks. Not sure if they want to fully commit to the push itself, as Haunt is down for another 60 seconds. Era's also sitting on 4,300 gold, so if they were to push, I would expect him to buy another item before they try to end it, if that's what their plan is actually going to be. But he is holding on to it for now.
Oh, it's going to be a smoky on Shaker. He's going to look for the perfect opportunity to jump in if you can find it. I mean, with all these treants, you do not want to be standing near here if you're an NiP. And I understand that. They're keeping themselves back. The treants just being set in.
The trees!
Look at them.
They're everywhere! Alright, this is actually the most annoying thing in the world. I don't know, man.
But it is good for the Echo Slams.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, last fight, I'm pretty sure Shaker didn't even get a chance to echo. I don't think he got his ult off, because as soon as the fight kicks off, you're going to see a Thunder God's Wrath, you're going to see a Furion ult. If there's vision of you, you are hit by one of those things, and your blink goes on cooldown. And then you're like, well, can't blink. So I don't know, man. This game is really hard for Vega to actually finish.
It is, but they do still have the potential.
Yeah, of course. I mean, all it takes is like 1 or 2 good picks, especially after having Arrow buy out. So if they have a smoke available and Vega pick Arrow once, it's game. Like, just game over right there.
Then he's starting to rack up the gold on the. In fact, just overall in this game, 46 minutes in, there's a lot of heroes farming incredibly well. We're seeing some very rich scores. You know, Jonas and Fan just casually sitting on 3.7k at this point in his iron build. I mean, he's the one holding the gem. I mean, where does he go from here?
I guess he goes bots. You kind of need the. Yeah, it's Refresher, Nature's Prophet, Refresher, Spectre.
Do we have Refresh on Zeus? We don't. Do we?
I don't think so.
He's got the money though.
Yeah, he had to go Bloodstone first because you don't have the mana otherwise. But he's almost there. Yeah, the Refresher Spectre is also a very good way. Like sometimes, during the mid game, I think Octarine is also good because at that stage in the game, you're really only looking to use all of your ultimates in conjunction with each other, and that should be enough to win you the fight most of the time. But when you get to the later stages, having the Refresher for the on-demand teamfight potential is infinitely better. So I do agree with the idea of going Refresher in this situation.
And here's the push from Vega.
Here we go.
All right, now be ready to stop this horn coming out straight away here. Starting to whittle Vega down.
He has another Haunt. And I don't know if Vega know that.
And they do have double Nature's Wrath.
That's a big question. Did they see his Refresher? Because if they didn't see it, they could push in assuming they could win.
Let's see. Just bring him low.
I mean, they're getting ratted. They're not even able to really push
Yeah,
this.
they need to get back.
Look at how many trees there are. Okay, they're dead. That was
one way to deal with it.
Yeah, that's something.
I mean,
but their Ranger Axe is almost dead. Like, that is actually something to always keep in mind, is Ranger Axes might not push as fast as killing a melee Rax, but they don't regenerate, and when they're dead, the lane will still push, even if it's not quite as fast as maybe you'd like it to be.
Show them up.
So NiP are just getting every single small advantage they can.
I mean, this is...
That has to be Octarine, right?
It's got what for no one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, Octarine's the way forward here.
Yeah. Having that, what is it, 30-second cooldown Sonic Wave with Octarine? Something like that?
Yep,
it's kind of insane. Your bots go down to 33 seconds. You need that mobility as well on the Queen. Like, I think no one has just been put in a position where all he can do is stop the trees. Like, that's his job now. It's like, alright, you gotta be on tree killing duty, because no one else can do it.
And Arrow now himself, he's still got a slot free with the Aquila they can trade in for something else, and obviously the refreshers, that's something they doesn't need to be holding all the time. We very much see him get to a point where he picks something up to hold, and
it could be like Butterfly Octarine or something like that. I think that would be fine. Because the thing is, if the Doom was going Aghanims, I'd say maybe going for Butterfly would have been a worse choice. In that case, you would want effective HP. But Mag doesn't have the item yet. So you can still go for the item that gives you more physical mitigation against the Luna, and in the team fights you do a ton more damage with Butterfly for sure. But Octarine could also be really solid, just to make sure that your ultis are always up when you need them. Seema though.
Anderson fan looking for a free kill here. He's not going to quite get it.
Well. I don't think he would.
Bottom lane. Vega coming in for the push. They'll force out the fortification here from the side of NiP.
There's no shaker.
There is a double horn up. There we go, BKB's coming out straight away from the horn and Pashi. They use the horn, there's a Doom dropped onto hands, Ken. They look to try and get themselves the first kill. BKB popped by Mag, pops the refresh, gets the level death out to Tusk. That's going to be the first one down. And they do clear out the Rex on the bottom. Jonathan fans there, and now with the Wrath as well. They found the Witch Doctor, Eclipse coming out, no one pops the BKB, looking around to the Sonic Wave comes out again, but it's a double kill for Mag, double kill for Aaron Fed as well as he put onto a killing spree. Mag will TP out. There'll be a buyback here from the Nature's Prophet. No one will be able to TP himself back to base as well.
They need to punish for this. They need to at the very least force Luna to buyback. You can't just lose your set of racks like that, not really contending a whole lot, buy back and then get nothing out of it, especially when the person who buys back is Jonathan Fan. He's worth so much money to the team right now. And he's also like the main reason why they're able to keep the lanes pushed out so often.
This is...
And Roshan's still not up for a little while too.
Yeah, this is...
I think that's a longer spawn, right? Yeah, it is.
Well, AA's
refreshes everywhere. It's freaking...
I mean, I imagine Silky's not going for the refreshes. Is that...
No, I think he is.
You think?
Yeah,
just to kind of
double ice blast. You kidding me? That's so good.
I mean, it doesn't stack, but what? Just
it doesn't stack,
staggering it, so you get one after the other to get what the essentially 34 seconds of ice blast debuff.
Well, you can do it that way, or you can just make sure you hit everyone in the fight.
That's true.
That's the other thing.
Cover more areas.
Yeah. Because I mean, even at this stage in the game, supports can still die to that. You know, like the Earthshaker, the Witch Doctor. BKBs are down to 5 seconds as well, which means that even the cores are going to be taking a pretty good chunk of damage from it.
You got a Scythe now on the Nature's Prophet here. Going to some fan picks, that one up for the team. Well, Mag.
He is going Aghanims now,
yeah.
Okay. And that is the last item that he needs, more or less. It is quite nice that Sonic Wave one-shots those trees. That makes it pretty easy for Vega to deal with it. Like having the Octarine 30-second cooldown on the ulti, that's going to mean you can just spam it every single creep wave, more or less.
I mean, we've kind of seen off the back of the last fights, there's always been Vega forcing the fights themselves. Is there going to be a point where we see NiP therefore go for the initiation, or do you think they'll always wait for Vega to come in, then look to turn it around, and then look to push while some of Vega are dead?
I think if you have buybacks, NiP could maybe go for some kind of aggressive play. Because if you keep letting Vega come to your base, like, you've already lost 2 lanes. You've exposed 2 on the side of Vega, but you haven't really pushed your own advantage. They're kind of just waiting for Vega to come into them like you mentioned. I don't think that's necessarily how you want to keep playing.
Oh, look at this, Vega trying to move in. Thunder goes rush there from Limb, blink forward from Hans. Can he look for the walls, punch up with Solo, Solo, incredibly low, step within the keep, it's going to be enough saving. No, that's going to be the Witch Doctor down here. Passion moving in, pops the Eclipse of the BKB, trying to fight Barrow. He's already found the Show Me the Slayer Shaker on the sideline. There'll be the Hex onto Jonas and found, but he's going to be able to lift forward. Refresh comes out, but the burst is there. They'll take down the Nature's Prophet. Max moving, he gets the Doom, drops that Terror. No one believes what is happening on the burst here to bring down the Spectre. He's getting low. Oh, will he go down? Yes, he will. He's going to be dead, but he does have buyback available here. 3 are dead on the side of Vega, and Hans going to limp, and they're looking for more here. And Hans going to be thrown up into the air, and they'll be able to get the burst. Yes, double kill for Limp.
That's a lot of gold.
The Queen. Buybacks are up on 3 of this cores on the side of Vega. But that was a big fight for the side of NiP.
My god, that was so much EXP. That's one thing too that we kind of didn't really hit on during the game is NiP's lineup inherently, like they split push a lot, and they're not really great at taking like full-fledged team fights as much as they are going for like the pick and push, or, you know, basically what they were doing to Pasha for the better part of the game, just picking him off, making Vega fall back. That means you don't really get a lot of EXP, typically. I mean, it's a 53-minute game. Most people should be well above level 20, if not level 25.
Oh, Hans scared. He's gonna be alright here, if you can cheek it out with the Glimmer. Which you can.
Nicely done.
He's gonna be cool, chill, blinks and CP's out.
The thing is, they couldn't force any buybacks, which I think is kind of a bummer, and that's just all owed to the fact that Vega, prior to these fights, have already gotten the racks down. So when Jonas and Fan's dead, there's no lane pusher at all. Every time they kill Furion in a team fight, I would say Vega are actually happy with it, as long as he doesn't like immediately buy back and start pushing again. So the lane equilibrium is going to start becoming more and more of an issue for NiP if they don't have Jonas and Fan alive. They need to prioritize him, especially. Of course, Era too you have to worry about, because those are your two main team fight contributors at this point, but I still think Vega are looking pretty solid here. They just keep making the right calls, they keep getting the right kills, and if they keep it up, I think they could take it.
I like this as well, the fact that AA, he wasn't going for the flashy build with the refreshers or anything a bit kind of newer. He's going for the standard Lotus Sword. The fact that there is that, double scythe out on the crop with the refreshers.
Refresher would have been way cooler.
It would have been a lot cooler, I'll give you that one. Well, Vega going for Roche. Icebuster's going to come in. Hits onto 3 here. Thundergod's Wrath, the first one coming through. 3 seconds until Era's back up. And they're going to try and horn in for this one. Looks like they're not going to try and contest straight away. Okay, yes they are. Horn comes out here, forcing Vega back. BKB's going to come out and no one first. Pasha and Mag holding onto this. Hanscan moving forward, looking for the sharp block. Is going to not be able to find it. The bounce is there with the paralyzing cast. Mag turns in with the Doom onto Limb. Gets the Shiva slow onto Hanscan. Gets takes up with the Lotus Orbs there. Will move, doesn't matter. The Echo stuff with Seema. He finds one. They're going to give themselves a double there for no one. He turns around with the Sonic Wave going through onto the Horn Illusions, but Era himself hasn't joined it into the fight at the moment. There's a buyback here on the Tusk. Roshan is still up. They can move back to the bit. They found her. The Doom's going to be on the Illusion though. They've got the Hex, they've got the Eclipse. They should be able to still find us. Potentially Hanskin is there. Can he save Era? He picks him up in the snowboard. They're not able to turn straight across Pasha. They're looking for Solo here. No one blinks forward. Can he bring that Era? Yes he can. Yes he will. Gets the kill onto the Spectre. Pasha moving forward. The BKB, but now he's going to turn and run. Hanskin's coming in. They're going to burst him alive. They're fine. Pasha killing spree here for no one. 3 dead at the moment on the side of NiP. They've still got a buyback available. Spectre. Can it be now Hanskin? Yosem's down. High gets the spray out to no one. Hanskin hanging around, but now these Hex onto the snowball onto the Queen of Pain. But they don't have the damage. Hanskin has got the tick down in. Pop the Glimmer Cave trying to turn it back. Goes to the high ground, making kill streak now for the Doom. No one blinks forward with the scream. The Sprout's going to be there. Jonas finally with the CPO.
Nice.
He's cancelling. No, they haven't. He gets himself out.
Dear God, man.
Oh man, 4 down on the side of NiP. Vega will head back to the pit.
Imagine if Mag didn't accidentally Doom an Illusion, right? Imagine how well that fight would have gone. 4,000 gold. The old dieback there on Hanskin. That was insane. There were 3 Sonic Waves used that fight, by the way. And I also think that randomly Jonas and Fan decided to hit Hanskin to try to deny him when he had Glimmer Cape on. He just turned over. He's like, punch. Just randomly hit him. That was funny. But again, just showing the teamfight potential of Vega when they have Refresher BKB. Okay.
Okie dokie do. Put the Sprout up into the zoo. They've got the BKB. Mag looks for the TPL. And they're going to be able to get him on the field.
He's going to shatter. Yeah, see it.
Okay.
Good pick.
That is a good pick and a half.
It's like every time Vega take a really good fight, and it looks like they have what it takes to end the game.
Here comes Jonas and Fan ready for round 2. Technicals records as a show with Lady. He's got the Glimmer Kit. The Sprout's going to be slow and he's out.
No, he knows though. He knows. Oh, he got blinked.
He's good. He's golden.
Yeah, but every time Vega take those fights, NiP always find a pick like immediately after, and then the game keeps going on. Like imagine if NiP had defended their base like a tiny bit better in the earlier stages, at least kept like one of the melee racks that they lost. It would have been much easier for them to pressure at this point. And you would be looking at lanes pushing in your favor because you have Furion instead of mid and bottom always pushing in Vega's favor. Because sometimes with a Furion you can play around that when you're at Roshan and let the lane equilibrium go towards you before you take the engagement. And you can just pressure the other team by being there, then they eventually have to back. But unfortunately NiP can't play around that right now because earlier on Vega were able to deal some pretty good damage to the base. So Vega's still looking pretty solid. How often do you see a Witch Doctor with an Aegis, by the way?
Alright.
Probably not that often.
Alright. That's a novel one. 43-41. The game goes on.
Dire's top tower is under
57 minutes in. One of the longer games that I feel I've seen in a while. 12k lead is there for Vega.
Yep.
But we know that NiP can still take these fights. That goal difference at this point of the game really doesn't mean that much here.
Nah, it's really all about the engagement itself. But I really don't know if NiP can take like a real fight, you know? Like when refreshers and BKBs are involved and just it's so difficult at this point. Like the Doom is really the problem now because double Aghanim's Doom, one on Spectre, one on Zeus, that fight is not winnable. Like you just lose that fight. So if you let Vega walk into you again, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, it's a tense one here. Jonas and Fan hiding in the trees. If Solo comes out, we may see him go for the jump in. He's going to pop out the RF flying through. Solo's going to be fine. Backs up. Vega themselves. They are grouped up towards the mid. We'll see if they go for anything here for the time being. Limp starting to rack that gold back up. 2.7k on the Zeus to spend. And Pasha, Satanic, has been holding on to that ultimate orb. He's got the orb of Venom, so it's going to be the Scotty.
Yeah. He just needs to be really tanky. They even get a Vlad's, a super late one, but it's still good. Can never underestimate the power of lifesteal. Are they gonna catch Mag?
They want Mag. Can they get a sharp up? No, a little bit unfortunate, but they're still trying to go for a blink forward, but the Shroud is not going to be able to stop him. Solo's come in, but he's got the Glimmercate. Snowballs forward, though. They want to try and fight this. Hanscan, he's gone fairly deep. He gets the walls punched onto Mag. There's the Death Forward drop down. It's doing a lot of damage. Hanscan just melts! Is he going to go down? The Doom should take him out, and they'll find the kills to dust. Thundercross Wrath comes out, return. They'll take down the Doom. Doom buys back straight away here. No one's on the back of against the Sonic Wave out. It's a Seal Kid. And now with the boosted travel from the buyback Doom coming in with the upgraded now refreshes. He looks for the second Doom. He finds it onto Error. They're getting Echo Slam for shot of the stand. They look to burst down Error here, but the Hex is out to no one here. Can they bring down Error? They should be able to, and they will. That's expected down. They do have a buyback on this, but now, and that's going to come out straight away with the Horn as well. They're trying to turn it. Can they do it? Jonas and Van getting low. He's going to get taken down here. They've got 3 down at the moment. They're going to lose 4. It is only Error left up against the full 4-man of Vega. No one blinks to the sideline. There's going to be a buyback from Jonas and Fan. Seeing if he can turn it with the fight here, but the Hex is on Error. Can Jonas and Fan save his Spectre? Maybe he can. With the spot with the Cask, he's there. There's only way what to do as well. Error now down for 2 minutes. Badger's still alive. No one goes forward here. He gets used up by Limp, but what does it matter at this point? They'll stick around. They'll find themselves another kill, and now they get the slaughter to Limp. The Shiva's Guard comes through as well for Mag. They'll chase down onto the Zeus. No one mans up. Paralyzing cast the face of Limp. Double kill for Mag, and GG is called.
60 minutes exactly.
With an insane fight at the end of the day, and NiP, they certainly gave it their all, but Vega will manage to equalize the series and take back game 2, bringing it to 1-1.
No one did so much damage in that fight, Jesus. He almost did as much as a freaking Refresher Spectre. That is absolutely insane.
Damn.
I don't know, man. Like, I think NiP played it too passively. I think they were relying too much on being able to just split the map up over and over again after taking fights outside of their base. They just let Vega do too much damage to them, you know? They walked up, they killed mid. They walked up, they killed bottom. Okay, they committed a lot to kill the mid, which I think was an okay trade. But when they went bottom, they just casually walked up and hit it. And everyone was alive. Everyone had their ultimates at that point. They were just too hesitant in taking the fights. Imagine, if you will, a world where you don't have 2 lanes always pushing in. I think NiP would have won that game.